In this session, we will be discussing bidding. Bidding is probably one of the most important things you're going to be doing as a contractor. Bidding is necessary for your business to be approved for work to be completed. Most of the profit that your business will make is through approved bids. That's why it's so important to get the proper bids while you're in the field. If a business does not spend the time to bid properly, it will not succeed in this industry. Accurate bids are important and are required by our clients and GCP. Although everything is required to be bid, give special attention to the items that you know have a better chance of getting approved. Remember, we discussed pre-sale items and post-sale items. Pre-sale items focus more on the preservation of the property, and post-sale items focus more on getting the property ready to sell. So be sure you understand this and bid correctly based on the type of property that it is. Anytime that you're at a property and there is a posted violation or you see something that could potentially be a violation, this is an excellent opportunity to bid. Hazards and other things that cause damages to the property, such as trees, shrubs, chemicals and paint, tire, these types of things, this is another really good chance to get your bid approved. A property condition report, or PCR, is required for every work order that requires a bid. If you're completing an initial services order, be sure to fill out a new form. If you have a PCR from a previous visit to the same property, update the old one and attach it in PreserveSoft. The PCR must be uploaded into the Asset Manager PreserveSoft every time you complete a work order. Let's take a look at an actual work order here that's requesting bids. This is a CoreLogic initial services order. So this would be the first time out at the property, and it's asking you to do a lot of things, but here in the body of this order it specifically mentions as damages. All damages must be reported and bid along with the appropriate cost of repairs. Missing appliances are considered damages, and damages reporting should reflect replacement costs. So it's looking for any damages that you find at the building, you must bid it. Here's the leaking roof in specific, and we discuss leaking roofs in this particular presentation as well, talking about tarping, replacing, and making repairs. So those are the three things when we find a leaking roof, is to tarp it, to repair it, and to replace it. So every time you're at one of these jobs, you're looking at these orders, you're always going to be bidding everything you find. Anything that you want to bid on and anything that you feel like is damage or needs to be repaired, you must bid on those while at the property. So again, this is a CoreLogic order. It's in the body of the order. It's an initial order. But sometimes our clients request us to go out to the property and bid on specific things. This is an LPS order, and they've requested us to do an estimate. Provide a bid to cure the violation. So there must be a violation of the property. In this case, it's maintain swimming pools in a clean and sanitary condition. So what we have to do is to provide an estimate to LPS to maintain the swimming pool so that it's clean and working condition, because evidently there's a violation for it. So sometimes you're going to be at a job for the first time where we're going to bid everything, and sometimes the client's going to make a specific request for us to go out and bid things. So that's what we're looking for in these work orders. Always supply a GCP bid sheet that's attached to PreserveSoft as an asset, and save the bid sheet as a reference when you get work approved or for future bidding on the same property. Good clear pictures from all angles will help sell your bids to our clients. Paint a picture with your photos. If we simply tell our client that bushes need to be trimmed, the likelihood of that bid being approved is probably low. But if we provide really good pictures, explanations, and measurements, we have a much better chance of being approved for that bid. Be accurate when bidding debris. Take photos from all angles of the debris. Describe what the debris is. Is it branches, boxes, pallets? What other things are in the pile of debris? And make sure that your debris count is accurate. Remember, a cubic yard is 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. Giving a reasonable price will increase your chances of having your bids approved, and getting your bids approved is what it's all about. As a rule of thumb, $25 to $30 per hour is a reasonable price in this business. Always include the second person on the job or third person at a lower rate per hour, such as $15 an hour. Eyeball estimates were discussed in the damages lesson. An eyeball estimate is not accepted as a bid. A bid is an accurate dollar amount that you will complete the work for if you are approved. All bids that you provide are run through a HUD-approved bid calculator to verify that the bid will conform to our client's standards. Our clients require that we run through this HUD-approved bid calculator. Any repeated overpriced bids will result in a loss of work and territory from GCP. Let's talk about roof damages. Roof damages is one item that does not allow an eyeball estimate. If roof damage or an active water leak is discovered at a property, you must call GCP from site to see if an emergency patch or tarp can be approved. An estimate is required for three things when an active roof leak is discovered. First, we need a bid to tarp. Give us the measurement of the tarp required to cover the affected area. Second is a bid to patch. Give us the size of the area that you will be patching and a bid to complete the work. The third thing is to give us a bid to replace the entire roof. We will be discussing the proper way to supply this bid to GCP. Bids for a roof are always required when visible roof damage is seen from the ground, such as missing tiles or shingles, or obvious sagging and rot. An obvious sign of water damage is leaky ceilings. Make sure that you take pictures of this and give us bids to repair the ceilings as well. Think about it. Make sure that the damage is new. Has it rained recently? If so, is the damage wet? And is there standing water? But be sure to poke your head up in the ceiling and make sure it's not a leaky pipe before you go bidding a whole roof. Damaged soffits and fascia are a good sign that you've got a leaky roof. Make sure that when you're bidding that roof to also include bids for the soffit, fascia, and any siding damage that's been caused as well. Remember, you're an inspector, so find out where the leak is and document that with pictures and an explanation. In this picture we can see a copper pipe, but the copper pipe's probably not causing the leak because it's the decking that has the damage on it, and the decking is what's underneath the roof. So it's important to poke your head up in the attic and find out where that leak's coming from. As always, document your bids with pictures. Make sure to get clear pictures of the roof taken from different angles. This helps the GCP office and its clients see the different roof lines and the valleys. Here are some good pictures of houses. You can see that the person who took the picture stood back far enough from the house so that we can clearly see the roof lines and the valleys. Calculating the pitch of a roof is very important. Make sure that you complete this on every job. A level must be placed on the roof or the fascia. Measure out 12 inches from the level, and at this point measure the distance from the level and the roof. You can see in the example below that this roof would have a 7/12 pitch. Having the pitch is important so that we can calculate the correct squares for the house and give our client the proper bid. Next, use a measuring tape or wheel to get the measurements of the exterior perimeter of the house. Make a simple drawing like the one on the left here of these measurements and take a picture of it. Submit it with all your other pictures of the roof. Also, write the pitch of the house on this drawing. This is a required drawing with a required picture that we need for every roof replacement bid that you supply us. Just like roof damages, mold damages are very important as well. It's really important that we thoroughly go over each property looking for mold, and when we find mold, that we measure it, document it, photograph it, and report it to our clients as well. It's important to know that we're not looking to do a full remediation unless the property is completely infested with mold. We really need to deal with what we have while we're there. If a property, though, is completely black from top to bottom, then we will need to get a mold specialist out for that, so be sure to report that in your reports to the GCP office. Measurements of the infected area are very important, and they are required. Give us the length and height of the walls, the length and width of the ceiling, and the total square footage of the infected area. Please remember that eyeball estimates are never accepted for mold. Here are some example pictures of mold at the property. The top right-hand picture is not very severe, but the other two pictures are severe. But nonetheless, all three of these properties must be reported for mold. In most cases, bid to clean with bleach and apply Kilz over the affected area. This is what our clients ask us to do. GCP and its clients understand that it is not fully remediating the problem, but it is the course of action that is usually taken. When flooring damage is present, make sure you take pictures of the damaged floors. Taking good shots of the damage is important. This helps us sell our bids to our clients. Also, take a picture of the entire floor in the room as best as possible. This helps our client see the bigger picture. And be sure to report whether it's carpet, vinyl, laminate, such as Pergo, or hardwood flooring. These are some good pictures of up-close damage to the floors. We have a buckled floor, ripped carpet, and some damaged laminate vinyl squares. Then draw a picture of the room, similar like you're going to draw of the house, but draw a picture of the room and put down the measurements of the room and submit it with your pictures. There are many other types of bid requests that are made by our clients: trees, shrubs, debris, hazards, etc. Always report your bids with good photos and drawings to help sell your bids. If you have any questions on pricing, please call the proper client team before submitting your bid so that they can help you give a more accurate bid. Always bid on everything that you see. You may be responsible to complete the work at your own expense for missed bids or damages. Thank you.